What it do, what it is, what it is, what it do. It's your boy Red Five. And you know I'm rocking with the one and only, super clean, sometimes mean, the one and only Sarah Supreme.
What's up?
And
What's up, y'all?
you know I call her S Dot as well. And we bring to your attention no
No
distractions,
distractions.
real
Real shit
shit only.
only.
And you know this is a podcast where we talk about nothing
Nothing
but
but
the
the
real
real
shit.
shit.
Why they out here trying to distract you? So y'all know we start every segment off with well, every episode off with the catch up. You just want to catch up with each other week and want to know what was going on during that week. So how was your week
My
this
week
week?
was amazing, Lord. I got a lot of different opportunities coming, and just 2022 has been a blessing in general, and I really appreciate it. Just affirmations,
Mm-hmm.
manifestation, meditation. You know what I'm saying? What about you?
My weekend, it started off cool, you know, a couple meetings, regular stuff, busy as ever, you know.
Okay, now busy per
But
usual.
we had that little conversation about the shrooms, adventures on the shrooms. And
Oh yeah.
I felt like I was ready to try, I wanted to try something new. So I ate it, right? You know. So we went to go get him. You introduced me to him. Shout
Yeah.
out to Sarah. Yeah, round of applause. But so we started off with them, right? So we went to go get him. I'm like, that was a lot. So got him. She said, eat this much. I ate it. I'm like,
I think I gave him not way more than what I was supposed to, but I definitely gave him a little bit more than what I was supposed to because he's a
oh,
smoker too.
yeah.
So I feel like people that already indulge needs a little bit more than the average 2 or 3 grams.
Right. So I took a video. I'm like, okay. I just took some shrooms. I'm gonna set a 30-minute timer. I'm gonna see how
Yes,
long
he
it will
did.
take for them to kick in. So 30 minutes started, we ate and we talking, still drinking. I was confused because I was drinking too. So I was kind of confused. So we drinking, chilling, talking. Then she said they got some chicken in the house. Who went in there, ate the chicken, chip,
I
chilling.
forgot you ate at the house
Yeah,
too.
we ate the chicken. So
Yeah.
we ate the chicken, we chilling, chicken, okra. We go back to the car. Now I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, damn, I feel different. Like I feel it in my back. I ain't know what I supposed to felt though. I'm like, but I feel it in my back. I don't know what the fuck it is. She like, what you feel in your back? I'm like, I don't know, but I feel it. I'm like, I wonder if that shit started. Next
Yeah.
thing you know, the alarm went off. 30 minutes. I'm like, damn, I was right on the nose with that shit.
That shit started for sure. That shit was starting like a motherfucker. It
So,
creep up on you like that.
yeah. So when it started, out of nowhere, everybody started popping up. So my cousin pop up, her friend pop up,
Our friend popped up.
Our friend, I apologize, India.
Right, don't do our friend like that. Our friend India popped up.
She came with her new little,
Here.
a little one thing.
No.
But she popped up. I'm like, oh, I'm high as hell at this point. So I'm just tripping. So my cousin get out. And then I don't know why it felt like his shoulders was like this the whole time. And he looked like a penguin. I'm like, bro, stop. Relax, put your shoulders down. He like, what you talking about? Like, stop, man. You tripping me out. Chill out. He like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm like, bro, I took some shrooms. He like, oh shit, you. He like, oh shit, you high as hell. I'm like, bro, I'm high. And I got to laugh and I couldn't stop for a minute. That's why I was in the car for a minute, because I was laughing. Then I got to walking back to you and the world was different. You know what I'm saying? Everything was different in the world. Like, what the hell is going on? So next you know, we drive. That was the most scariest drive in my life. We driving downtown. Now I don't know if I should have took him outside. I feel like I should have took him in the house.
I think going forward, I'm not gonna do them at
a
club.
Felt like I was
not. You don't have to be in the house. You just can't be at the club.
No. So we took him, right? We driving. Drive was so weird. I'm trying to text and all that shit. I wasn't driving, first of all. You don't eat shrooms and drive.
Don't eat shrooms and drive.
But I wasn't driving the passenger seat, so I'm trying to text her to see where the hell they going. But I'm tripping out. I know if you look back at your old text messages, I know you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because I was tripping out. Then the messages are coming out of the screen. I was just all the way tripped out. Then the parking guy, I'm like, bro, why you keep looking at me? Like, he's like, why is he looking at you? I'm like, bro, I felt like, what the fuck is he keep looking at me for? So he keep looking. I'm like, this nigga orange, and he looking at me. Then I'm looking at my cousin. His face keep looking weird. I'm like, bro, I can't do this. Then I look outside. You ever seen Doctor Strange? And you know when that nigga doing the weird shit, right?
This stuff, yeah.
And then the world get the
flipping.
Man, I'm looking outside like, what the fuck is going on? Like, bro, I don't think I can do this. I'm like, I don't think I can do it. He's like, come on, man, get your ass out. So I was good the first little couple seconds of the walk. And then we got to like the heart of Greek town. all the goddamn lights, and then people. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to walk. I feel like I'm walking up a hill. It was just too weird. And then people would just look like they kept look. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What about the Mexican man?
Oh my goodness. So then out of nowhere.
So we actually make it to the bar.
Up in the bar. I didn't even know
I'm make so it high. To the bar.
I'm so high, I didn't even know we was going to a bar. I when I come to, I'm like, because it took us a long ass time to get to the bar.
It took you a long time to get to the bar because they had to walk 3 blocks over from the parking.
No, it really wasn't too far. We went the wrong way. It was. Just
I don't know what took y'all so long.
I don't know where the fuck we was at, but I'm like, I thought about it. Like, hold on, bro.
I got her location.
I'm like, all this time we wasted. But I was scared because all those people was around me. You know what I'm saying? And then it was older people too. And I don't know why. No offense to anybody, but sometimes older white people scare me. I don't know why. I just think a scary movie. That movie Drag Me to Hell really fucked with me as a kid.
There's a lot of reason why old white people fuck with you, Lloyd.
They scared the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I was scared because they was everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why they out here? So we go to the bar. Now we in a bar and the bar is full of Mexicans. So I'm just tripping out like, what the fuck? How the hell we get here? So now we here and a guy just approached me out of nowhere. It was just so weird. He approached me out of nowhere and said, drink if you're Mexican. I'm like, bro, but I'm not Mexican. And he just kept saying, drink if you're Mexican. I'm like, but I'm not Mexican. He's like, drink. I'm like, no, motherfucker. And then his girlfriend came out of nowhere and now she flirting with me and then he looking and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, go ahead, bro. I'm like, you motherfuckers trip me out. Then I go to her. I'm like, bro, I don't know
what's happening here.
I'm like, look, Sarah, what the hell is going on? Like, I feel like I'm not high and everybody else is tripping right now. Like, I feel like what the fuck is really going on? It was just trippy. I went in the bathroom, looked at myself in the mirror, and that was crazy too. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? It was fun, but outside it was kind of memorable scary. Night. It was kind of scary. But it was fucking fun though. I probably would do it again, but I want to be somewhere around controlled other people, you know. Mexicans was tripping me out. He was tripping. I
wouldn't suggest doing shrooms in a live environment. In a natural, you have to do it like in your outside. I don't want to do them in the house because there's nothing natural about the house. Houses are man-made, TVs are man-made, all that bullshit. You have to be in a natural setting, somewhere around trees, somewhere around grass.
I want to have fun.
Where it's open.
But that was just too much. When we got downtown, all them lights.
Club, yes, with a bunch of people. Lights.
I thought I was in a Marvel movie. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was expecting Doctor Strange to come out the sky. Spider-Man's flying through. I don't know what the fuck.
It's really not fair to you that Mexican guy was that weird because he approached me with the same tone. You know, like,
he told you to drink if you're Mexican.
Yeah, he said I'm black. He walked up to me and said I'm black and Mexican. Drink. I said, what does ethnicities have to do with anything? His girl was
tripping too. I was like, what
that wasn't his girlfriend told me their whole background. She said that they're currently on a break. She said that, and when she told me this, I gave Lloyd the look like, hey, you might have something over here, because she looked at me and was like, he broke up with me. He just broke up with me because he said I gained too much weight. I said, girl, fuck him. That's what I told her. Girl, fuck this nigga. I said, why are you even here with him at the bar right now? So he cock blocking on you actively. With your overweight, with him saying that you overweight. If you so overweight, why is he here with you? Girl.
I was too high.
I said, because thick bitches is in. Thick bitches is in. Stop playing with him. I'm like, Lloyd.
Hey.
Her nigga ain't doing all right. Do what the fuck you gotta do.
Hey, so you know what else tripped me out during the week though was that Subway shooting. That really caught me because I'm in the house with a client, you know, and we doing this shit. And I even talked to my boss about it. So we talking, and I'm like, you know what really, you know, was a big twist on that shit when they arrested the dude, and the dude was black. That fucked me all the way up. I'm in the house, you know, we talking. She like, I bet it ain't. He better not be black. I'm like, you know, we don't do shit like that. Then boom, the dude popped up. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, who the hell? He don't even look like he capable of doing that shit. Exactly. He tripped me the hell out.
Yeah.
I'm talking to my boss, right? My boss, rich white dude. We in the car. I'm like, look, man, I feel comfortable talking to you. So I'm like, how you feel about that Subway shooting? You know how they be sometimes. They don't want to say certain shit because they don't want to offend you. So I'm like, yeah, they tripped me out. He's like, yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, man, you know what tripped me out the most? The person was black. He was like, you know, I didn't want to say anything, but you guys normally don't do stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like, I know, that's what I'm saying. It really fucked me up. But you can't think like, what else fucked us up?
Right.
The goddamn the DC snipers.
Yeah.
That fucked me up. I thought them was two crazy ex-military dudes. I was not expecting to see two black Muslims. Like, that really tripped me out. Like,
it definitely be like that.
It really tripped me out. So You never know what somebody is capable of doing. But this week been crazy. That was really a crazy thing to see. Like, my man's really just threw a bomb, like a little smoke bomb, and just got the
going crazy. And it's usually white people that do that for sure.
We can't put a specific race, but normally they kind of.
I'm going to put a race on it. It's usually white people that do it.
You're right.
But white people have always controlled the narrative and stuff like that. So, but that's kind of like how America is kind of built on white people founding and creating our paths and how, you know, wealth is going to come into the country. They're kind of like that shit we was talking about with Kim K. You know how you said she pioneered.
Yeah, and that really just brings us to our next segment, when bullshit strikes.
Right.
Yeah, so we're gonna jump straight into that. And me, when I say when bullshit strikes, is on today's episode, we're discussing, okay, Kim K. I feel as if she's the pioneer of all this bullshit that has striked within the last, how many years?
I'm gonna give it for sure at least a decade, like 10 years. A decade is 10 years, right? Yeah. Let's give it a decade. 12. She definitely done dominated for the past 10 years. The expectation, the standard of what it means to be an influencer.
Yeah, like basically just set this bullshit ass narrative. Basically, people thinking, you know, if I do a little something, basically, got the young folks thinking, if I suck a dick on camera, maybe I get $1 million like Kim K. And that really fucked up the whole everything. Honestly, though, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if that sex tape was not about, if that would never happen, this person probably would never been. She probably would have still been famous, but she would not have made as much money as she's made because, you know, if that wasn't due, I don't care who it was. It had to be Ray J. Just basically off her last name.
You know how many bitches done had sex tapes out in the world and got no money off of it?
Yeah. That's because they ain't got a team behind them. They ain't got a team or a last name. So to say that it's Kim Kardashian
exclusively is to discredit.
She the one that was on the tape.
Is to discredit the black penis that went into her. First of all, Ray J was the mastermind behind it. Let's stop playing. Or Kim Kardashian and majority of America, let's be honest here, all stems off of what black people create, the culture that we create. They take that shit and they run with it. Right. So she had a team of people that had some ideas that black people coined. We came up with, they said, hey, that shit is amazing. Black people came up with this. Let's take that shit and get more reparations from it that they're ever going to be able to get.
Black people ain't start sex tapes.
Black people started hustling. We started the hustle because everything, sex tapes is a hustle. That's a fucking hustle. We started that shit.
Right.
We started hustling because they were able to get money the regular way. Right. We had to go around their ass into the fields and find out other ways to get it. We had to store food in our cornrows. Right. That's hustling. That's hustling for food. That's where braids came from. Braids didn't come from a bitch being like, hey, let's crisscross some hair. Right. No, somebody was hungry as fuck in the slave fields. We weren't allowed to eat. So they said, let's store the rice grains in our fucking hair.
Cornrows.
And cornrow that shit.
That's dope as
hell. Come on, quit playing.
Right.
She took that shit the same way she sought a black baby daddy. She sought this whole lifestyle as far as, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make it.
I feel like she like what she like. You know, that's plain and simple. I mean, the whole family obviously love the black penis.
No, Armenians and then white bitches do. Yeah, let's talk about the white girl that got caught in the hotel or in the place with the black man, stabbed the fuck up, and somehow she's walking around free as fuck, able to go to breakfast with her pops. If that was a black woman caught in that situation, she would have been in prison. She would have already been in jail right now, or waiting to see a judge 2 months, 6 months from now.
Right. I understand that, but that takes you back to what I'm talking about. Like, she started the whole narrative of, you know, people feeling like if they do certain things, they're going to be famous. Nobody want to do regular things. Ain't nobody really studying to be a lawyer like that. Everybody want to be an Instagram model. Everybody want to do this certain thing. That's because of the narrative that she set. You know, from that. Of course, she had a hell of a team.
But if the idea of that narrative did not come from her brain, you can't say she pioneered it. She was the only one. Let me tell you what's
pioneered. The reason why
to pioneer something means that you are an originator of it. She did not originate selling sex. That her body alone.
She originated capitalizing off that shit.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
How? When Ray J?
How not? Her mama.
Because
listen,
she sat there and fucked. Let me tell you what she did.
Give me 15 seconds.
She fucked Ray J on the camera. Ray J and her team said, "Let's make some money off that." That didn't come from her fucking brain. She was just fucking lame as hell. If we really talking about it, she really can't suck dick. I don't know about currently, but back on that tape. It was giving mad lame dick sucking. It was giving first dick you ever sucked.
Hey, she made $1 million off it. Shit, hey. She made more than $1 million. Was she a billionaire now? That's that lame sucking dick got her somewhere.
But that comes from bullshit about it. Quit playing.
Though, her team. You know, if you ain't got a team, ain't nothing like that.
So stop giving her the credit. Give her team the credit.
I'm giving her mama the credit and her last name the credit.
Give us the credit because her mama got it from us.
No.
It didn't come from them. They got that shit from us. If you grew up in a country, where you could, if you grew up in a country,
because if that's the case, Superhead would have blew up a long time ago.
Superhead don't have the resource. That's the point that I'm making.
We got KK. I mean, I don't know people known with porn stars.
What is Superhead's mama doing?
I don't know.
Not what Kim Kardashian mama doing.
Right.
Kim Kardashian mama and her whole entire family. Her daddy was the fucking goat. OJ was the first black person I ever seen in my generation
that's what I'm saying,
to murder a white woman and get away with it.
Right.
Her daddy was that head nigga in charge on that lawyer shit.
He
bro.
wasn't. If it wasn't for nobody would have knew her daddy was even on that case. If she didn't make that damn sex tape, honestly, a lot of people that did not know anything about
her sex tape,
right? But still, during that case, everybody knew about who? Johnny Cochran.
We knew about
who the hell
OJ
the lawyer
and Johnny.
was.
But them black people, guess what?
Everybody knew about
black
them.
People.
You know, after she made the sex tape, next you know she's getting interviewed. Everybody like, oh, your dad was on this case.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying.
So if they're referencing her dad, that means that she's getting clout off her people.
But
and her dad wouldn't have had that case.
She wouldn't be the person she is right now.
And her daddy wouldn't have had that case if it wasn't for OJ fucking that white bitch. Period.
You went back.
Black people coin this shit. Period. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck.
I like that.
We have the sauce.
Right.
It's not to say nobody else don't have their own shit. White people are good for what they good for. Mexicans are good for what they. Each culture is good for what they're good for.
Right.
We come with the strength. We are strong and we are saucy as fuck. Right. We can never take that. We're creators. Right. Black people are innovators.
But this is what I'm saying though, when it comes to the Kim K and then me saying that she's the pioneer. The reason why I say that, she took what she did and capitalized off that shit, got a show, put her sisters on, they all got money from the show. The dude that turned into a woman, everybody got clout off that show, right? Everybody got clout capitalizing off of her doing a sex tape. Mm-hmm. So that created the narrative to where other people feel like, hey, I want to be that type of person. So everybody's basically trying to sell sex.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Feeling like that's the way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're going with this. Like people feel like being an influencer or selling sex is the way out. And that goes to what you was talking about with old girl who went Michael Myers on her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like that is fucking terrible. But that's what the hell happened. You know what I'm saying? She feeling like this was the way out. And I also feel like she's, even though the OnlyFans shit came a long time after Kim K, but shit, honestly, pioneer.
Definitely.
Pioneer.
I wouldn't say pioneer. I just wouldn't use that term.
How not? I don't understand it. If she got paid off this and everybody feel like being an influencer or selling sex or some type of, you ain't got to sell you something, you can just pour milk on your chest and be like, hey, look at this. OnlyFans, motherfuckers will subscribe. Whatever. You can pour milk on your feet. Whatever you want to do. People like certain things. They're going to subscribe to your shit to get that. So if people feel like that's the way out, how come that person isn't the narrative? And she's the prime example of that because she got $1 billion.
I'm gonna tell you how, and we're gonna wrap this shit up.
That's just like winning a lottery.
I'm gonna tell you how, and we're gonna wrap this shit up. When you go to court, or when you talk about numbers in general, right? Whoever comes up or originates the idea always gets paid more. Right. When you go to court, whoever did premeditated the shit gets more time. Because whoever originates the idea is the real pioneer. They're the real genius. Mm-hmm. If I correct this and you copy it, you gonna get she definitely deserves her reparations for doing what she did. Right?
Her reparations.
Yeah, we'll give her some. We'll give her some. We'll give her credit. We'll give her reparations. We'll give her all of that for because it was her body. It was her actual body that she used. It was her mouth. All of that. Right. Great. Right. But the originator is going to get 5 cents more. They're going to get 30 years more. They're going to get
So who's
20% more.
Who's the originator?
We are. Quit playing with us. We originated that. That sex tape was.
There was only one black
that
man
originated-
in that room recording that shit.
Who you think I did? Who you think camera they used? Ray J's. That bitch ain't had no camera. She didn't have a camera. You know what she had? She had her butt. She had a vagina.
Yeah, nice
that's what she
ass,
had.
too.
That's what she. No, at that time she just had. She had a nice little thumper.
That was nice
she had
ass.
a thumper. She did. She had a thumper. But along the years, that ass grew. Okay, just like the clout that originated from Ray J. Ray J, come on now, quit playing. That we have to think about the fact that women are a lot more than just bringing this pussy to the camera. You know what I'm saying? I just recently, this leads me into our next segment, the miseducation of niggas, Negroes. I want women to understand that we are a lot more than just vaginas.
You are.
We are, the society has trained us to have value on our vaginas more than we have value on our mental capacity. And that is a problem, ladies. Okay. I just recently, Alexis.
Yeah.
Alexis and a few other women reached out to me via email and phone. They reached out to me and asked me to be the 6th member of a women's empowerment group that they were forming. It's really, really dope. A bunch of black women, not just exclusively black women, but a bunch of women getting together and coming together to create a different dynamic. We want to, feed the home. We want to do a bunch of different things, but we really want to create an environment for women to feel safe, coming as they are with ambition. There's not enough avenues for women in America to be comfortable with themselves. We're either too emotional, which is how we're genetically created, or we're too or we're bitchy. The minute a woman has an opinion about something, there's a problem. In any conversation, it's partaken as she's mad. This is the single-handed reason why Trump is our president now. The world wasn't ready for Hillary, even though she was blatantly the better option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or what?
I
not
mean,
our current president, but our previous president.
Both of those presidents really the options.
At the end of the day, the world wasn't ready for a woman to lead the country, and that's because we don't value ourselves enough. We have too many conversations about men and who's fucking who, as opposed to what we're doing with ourselves, what we're giving to our communities, what we're putting out in the world.
Okay.
So the women's empowerment group is basically about that. Getting together, creating revenue, creating expenditures for us to do things and resources for us to create change.
And I like that. I think that's a very dope idea. Bringing something for the youth. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Something for younger women to look up to.
Yeah.
So that's really dope.
And we both have daughters.
Yeah.
We both have daughters.
Yeah.
And I feel like the narrative of what it means to value a woman has changed. Women aren't valued for what we're really supposed to be here for. When God created Adam, whether you believe in God or not.
I mean, but all right, we're talking about women. So we can't take away from the fact that basically women changed. It's not the same. Like there is a lot of powerful women out here. It's a lot of women out here that's making a lot more money than
There's
men.
always been powerful women out here, though.
Yeah. So with that being said, I mean, it always has been, but I feel like that argument that you're trying to bring up now, that's more so for the early thousands, for the 90s. Like right now, we in a whole new.
I don't think so though, because there's not enough. You really can't say that because there's not enough protection of women. Women aren't protected enough. When things happen,
we are stepping up, but it's like more so women are. I mean, and I like this, and I applaud it. Women are more aggressive now.
We have to be. We don't have a choice. The man isn't being aggressive. He's not there. we don't have a choice, honey.
But the way things are going now,
they're not there.
A lot of times the man don't get a choice. The man don't have an opportunity to be there sometimes because you want to be.
It's a 50-50 thing. It's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, but
man, for the longest time, if you go back,
women want to take 70% of that.
If you go back to where women originated from, it comes from women being told to shut the fuck up and go cook or go take care of these kids. Not understanding that we genetically think about shit way more different dynamics in different ways than you all do. So really, Not to s- n- it's
I
and
mean,
this is not
I
to
love
dis- this is not
women,
to
and I
discredit
feel
men,
like-
but genetically we are more intellectual because you guys is white or black. With us, it's white or black, red, green, purple, and violet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have that middle.
Yeah.
You guys are just here or here.
Right.
And because we have that middle, we are able to nurture children. We are able to think about different dynamics than what you are able to think about. Hence, we
But
have more,
with the
knowledge.
road changing a lot now, when do the women have time to do certain things like that?
That's a great question, because I do think it's unfair that a woman in today's society, we have to pick between success and a happy home.
Right.
It's hard for a woman to have both.
She can have both,
success,
but it's all about that woman and her mind
yes,
state.
but and
that
it's
goes
also
back to the
and
previous
it's also
segment.
you can have that mindset, but there's literally 1 in a million black men that will be able to support you. Most black men, and you know this about me specifically.
Okay.
Most black men aren't able to handle a strong black woman.
Because that black man is weak.
But most black men or most men in today's society has been trained to be weak. That's why you talking about why is it a problem for men to cry?
Like that's not
There's
right.
nothing wrong with a
I feel
problem
like
with
it's
men
all
to
about
cry.
the pond you fucking fishing in. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you at, that's the type of man that you're gonna run into. If you seen one bullshit nigga in this area or that place, then all right, it might be 5 more bullshit niggas there.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You go somewhere else or expand your horizons or whatever you're looking at.
But yeah, and I'll give you that.
Change.
You can expand your horizons, but still, even once you expand that horizon, it's only about 1 or 2 men in that pool.
But that's because that's the mindset you on right now.
That's the reality of it. Every new pool you go into, it's I do have a problem with giving people chances.
Yeah, you're not fishing long enough.
I don't like
2 seconds. Oh, some bullshit. Throw it back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You know. Oh,
First
another
sign of some bullshit.
Hey. Shit, this nigga got a job and ain't got time. Oh shit.
No, that's not it.
Shit, this nigga got a job. He don't need none of it. This nigga don't even like to have fun. This nigga sleep all day.
The point is, you
can teach a nigga, but women are teachers.
Women know.
Y'all are the first teacher, right?
Yes.
Everybody learn everything from a woman. Like me, for instance. I wouldn't know how to enjoy life the way I enjoy life or be found of the better things in life if it wasn't for my kid's mom. Honestly, she taught me how to enjoy life. I was a little dude that came from nothing. All I knew how to do was hustle and hustle. That's all I knew how to do. And I took that and that's all I did. When you hustle all day, you hustling all day. You ain't got time to really, you might go to the club 1 or 2 times, but you ain't got time for that type of shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But she taught me how to take time, enjoy life.
So I guess it depends on if a man is coachable.
Yeah.
If he's coachable.
But if the man love you and the man really want to fuck with you, then yeah, he's going to be coachable. He's going to listen to you.
Even if a man
but
can
it's
really
about
love
you though. How much time you going to put into that?
A man can really love you and still not be coachable.
But the women now are not even giving you time.
Because we tired of wasting that shit. We really don't have time.
We're
out of time at this point, Lloyd. You see the problem here is that you're thinking about exclusively Lloyd. Lloyd, you are coachable. That's why we sit here.
All right.
You know, that's why we do what we do, buddy. You know what I'm saying? You're a significant man. Okay. But the majority of men aren't coachable, my love. They aren't coachable, and
maybe I'm coachable because
you took
but maybe you feel like I'm that way because you took time out to actually get to know me. It ain't like you just said, all right.
No, Lloyd, I knew that within the hour. I knew that within the hour of talking to you, Lloyd. A woman knows, baby. We know. It's called an intuition.
I don't believe that.
It's a gift that you never got from God.
She said she believed that
we have
an hour after talking to me.
I swear to God.
And we ain't make this show till 3 years after that hour. So what the fuck?
No, that's not what I said. You just put words in my mouth. No, I said within the hour, a woman knows if a man is coachable. Within the hour, a woman knows if a man is worth the next hour. Period. And if you decide to be that typical woman who ignores it and be like, hey, this nigga is not, damn, another one bites the dust. I know it's hard. He's cute. He's successful. You want to fuck with him. He's awesome. He looks good on paper. But within that hour of that conversation, all he did was talk about his 401k plan.
Which is dope.
All he did was talk about him. He didn't ask you none of your interests. He didn't ask you about what your background was. He showed no interest in you whatsoever. That's a red flag for me.
That's the second date.
No, that's the first date.
Second date is all about you.
No, it's not.
He's trying to sell his soul.
But Lloyd, but you're also telling me to find a man.
I understand.
You want me to find a man that's this type of guy. If you want me to find that man, he's going to have to show that shit from the beginning because it has to be embedded. If it's really in you, I know if you go, even though whatever. But if you go on the first date with a woman right now, I know you're going to ask her about herself.
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
you're going to want to get to know her more than you want to tell her about you. Because you're one of the you're one of the mass, you're one of the few.
I
You
got
feel
that
me?
special type of sauce.
That's what I'm
One in
saying.
a million, you know, not 1 in a million.
That's what I'm saying. 1 in 1,000, maybe. Don't give it a million.
1 out of 10.
Like you're kind of pushing it with the million, my guy.
1 out of 10.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
You're gonna run into a guy, not like me, but you're gonna run into a guy that's gonna ask you a question about yourself, you know.
And if he don't ask you a question about yourself, or he only texts you what you doing throughout the week, he either has a bitch or he's just not interested. It's that simple.
Women
don't what you doing me to death.
Though.
Where you at me? Where you at? I'm at lunch. Cash at me my lunch. That's all I'm saying. Because
right.
what's $30?
I'm hungry.
What's $30 for real? What's $30?
I'm hungry.
Come on, you about to put an impression on me for $30? That's dope as fuck.
I'm hungry. Like, what's for dinner? You see in today's world, you don't have the woman that's gonna text you and be like, "Hey, what you eat today?" That's rare.
Hey, you do though.
You don't.
You do.
Where?
You do.
Half of them don't know how to cook now.
That's
we ain't had no Big Mama ain't in the kitchen no more teaching them how to cook no more. So what you talking about? It's a two-way street, my baby. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yes, I agree.
I'm all about women empowerment. I love my mom. I got my daughter. You know, I'm all about that. And I learned a lot of valuable things that I take to this day. You know what I'm saying? That applies to my everyday life from a woman.
It is 50-50. I give you that. I definitely give you that.
But everything changed. As far as the woman, I honestly feel like dudes are getting a little better. A lot of dudes with jobs. You know, everything is getting a little better. But
I don't know if it'll get I don't know if I say it'll get better. It's evolving though.
All right, people, we're gonna jump into the next segment, the bullshit. You know, they out here trying to distract you. We want to talk to them about that, you know. So tell us a little bit more about it. The distraction of the week.
The distraction of this week, Lloyd, that we're going to talk about is military technology. Okay. I know that a lot of you probably haven't researched, but Joe Biden has been spending a significant amount of our stimulus, okay, for the year 2020, 2022.
Stimulus? You talking about my money?
I'm talking about our money.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm talking about everybody in this room right now. I'm talking about our producer money, our manager money, okay? Everybody's money. All of our money is going on.
Mama money?
Yo, baby. I'm talking about my baby daddy money.
Get the fuck out.
This shit is unacceptable. All of our money, y'all, is going on bullshit. So this Ukraine-Russia issue that has nothing to do with the United States of America is over here running up a check. Okay. So apparently, warfare has gone over into tech a little bit in more ways than what we know, what we're used to. So usually when we think about tech and technology in warfare, we think about advancements of missiles, you know, super cool missiles, super cool airplanes that can fly real fast and shoot people from thousands of miles away. The technology that we're using now is going as petty as to picture messages, people. Okay, we have Ukraine's sending people, sending their apprehensive people, their prisoners. They're sending their family members pictures of them in their dismembered photos. All type of mental tactics that they're using, and they're calling it military technology. They break it down into 4 different components, and the component that I'm referring to is the communication component. They want to affect different enemies in 4 different compartments. One of them being in the communication department. So the communication department basically it ranges. It varies. So it can be anywhere from texting them, Facebook message, picture messaging them, to everywhere as far as technical, like to basically take them and.
So basically, they're trying to get into the head of the opponent.
Take their minds,
so like just through trying to distract them. Period.
Distract them through, like take their tech.
Distractions.
Yes, and manipulate them mentally. Like, okay, if you want you want what you want, but you have to do this. I'm going to send you a picture of this.
So you're saying that they're taking like captured military from Russia, and they're basically chopping their head off or wherever the hell they're doing, and they're sending that video or whatever to the family, basically how Iraq and Afghanistan was doing back in the day.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. And so
But we're not
that's
strangers to that though.
but it's advancing in this way because I feel like technology is a little bit more different from what it used to be a couple years ago. You can get a picture message back in the day, but to this capacity now, just like social media is live, Instagram, social media, Facebook, all of these things have taken a new platform. So the full capacity of what they're doing with communications to people or how they're doing it, we don't know. But the fact that they're using this as modern military warfare is extremely weird because this is only stuff that you would hear when you talk about ransoms or like in-house bullshit that's done. The fact that it's done on a global level, where you can video message your lover or your spouse or your father. If you can video message and see somebody getting, killed live, that does something different for your mental capacity. It's the same thing as when we was kids going into the alley and seeing a dead body on 6 Mile. So they're basically creating that trauma and creating it on a global level. Because a lot of people don't know what it's like to see a dead body.
Right. But to the defense of Ukraine, they're basically, maybe they're trying to get back on what's going on. Maybe they're mad because they're getting invaded. I mean, that's a whole nother set of trauma to where you got to move from your home. You watch your home being destroyed. Maybe this is a message to be like, hey, look, man, if y'all don't stop, we're going to keep doing this. And we're going to fuck up every family member that has a member in this military that we catch. Maybe this is the way to get through to them. Please stop. This is a pointless war. And there's no reason why we have to go through this, why my home had to be destroyed. So look, here's a video of your cousin. I'm sorry I had to do this, but it is what it is.
But that kind of goes back
into you can go into how Russia's using illegal weapons. Like, come on now. That's a huge distraction.
But
right
that piggybacks off what our producer was saying as far as moral obligation as opposed to like what's right or what's wrong. You can't just have a whole conversation about we should do this just because. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying, Rico?
Talk to us, Rico.
I do. Hey, everybody.
Because I'm pretty sure
this is our producer, Rico.
Welfare.
He's the guy that's single-handedly responsible for everything that we're able to do right now.
Oh, thank you. Right. But going back to what y'all was saying, it's all about this, right? See, because wars are won in many ways, right? But most of the time, war is won at home. Wars are won where fighting isn't even happening. The fighting is really just a byproduct of it all, right? So you have Ukraine taking pictures of captured prisoners of war, people that have been apprehended that might not have anything to do, but that's beside the point. The whole thing is propaganda is the biggest piece of it all.
Absolutely.
It's all about propaganda, because if the Russian civilians decide that they've had enough of this and then they begin to rise up at home, that means that now that Russia is fighting a war on two fronts. And one of them is going to be a hell of a lot harder to win at home than it is somewhere else, because you can't just go out and kill all your civilians.
Right.
You feel me? And then, like you said, it speaks back to morality. You have Russia literally using banned munitions to fight their war right now.
Exactly.
Blowing up residential homes,
right?
Blowing up schools, hospitals, all types of things like that. So to the Ukrainians, it's more of, you're going to have to come get this back in blood. If this is what you want to do, then, like you said, here's your cousin in pieces.
They're taking it
here's
to
your father in pieces.
Right.
Here's the men of your country in pieces.
I feel that because they're taking the whole, they're blowing up their whole supply building that has food and everything.
Exactly. Factories, things to diminish their country.
Yes. To create just basically trying to kill everybody. Like, even if y'all military's here, we don't even want y'all to eat. So we're going to win from y'all starving.
Yep.
I feel you on that.
And on top of that, what they have, chemical.
It's chemical warfare going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super well versed in that because I haven't seen it myself yet.
Right.
But I'm not taking it without a grain of salt. Like, I'm sure. You feel me?
What they have, cluster bombs?
Cluster bombs, yeah. Those were banned years ago during the I think it was
think it was
a middle. I think no, it was a Middle Eastern conflict.
Okay.
And they banned them because they leave unexploded munitions all in the streets. I'm talking like kids running through the streets and legs getting blown off, getting blown to bits,
Wow.
simply due to the fact that they just wanted to blow up more shit faster. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's such a huge issue. That's it's not even really about the fact that, you know, that they're using them to blow shit up.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's more about the after effects of it all. Because when this war is over, what 7-year-old going to go play soccer with his friends want to die?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Over a conflict that
had
had nothing to do with
him. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm hoping that it ends soon, you know, because regardless, all this needless death is the biggest distraction. It's a distraction away from humanity. It's a distraction away from being one as a people and not dividing yourself just based off of the name of your country and where you were born.
Right.
Absolutely. That definitely one of the biggest distractions. I hope it ends soon also, but before I make a wish like that, I hope that the people who are in control of creating it decides to get off their bullshit. That's what I'll say. I feel like everything is a
That
bigger
will never happen.
not with that attitude, people. Okay, not with that way of thinking.
That's real.
We're manifesting shit over here.
We try.
I think the biggest thing that needs to happen as far it like the truth needs to come out. You know, like the lies needs to stop and the truth needs to come out. Whatever is really happening or whatever they're trying to create a distraction for needs to happen. But regardless, to wrap this up, if you like what you heard today, you want to hear some more, y'all definitely got to make sure y'all take y'all time out to follow our Instagram page, and please take y'all time to subscribe to our YouTube page.
No distractions.
It's no distractions _real shit only, or no distractions _RS only. Make sure y'all take y'all time out to click on our Facebook page, like our Facebook page, comment. We want any type of engagement. Let us know how y'all like what we talked about, how we look, you know, the wardrobe, the lighting. Make sure you go on Mbassadorstudio.com.
We just want to hear what y'all got to say. I don't give a fuck if it's good or bad. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on. Maybe we go live the next time and it gives you a chance to voice your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you for tuning out of your regular distractions to tune into this
real shit.